Good morning, all my beautiful friends. I'm going to, this is two lessons that are on my Facebook page already, although they've been somewhat modified. But some people seem to enjoy these videos, so I'm placing them here. I'm sorry, the sun is coming in my window. It's a beautiful sunny day here. I hope it is there, wherever you are, all over the world. Okay. The core truth and highest ideal found in every spiritual path is love your neighbor as yourself. Deconstructing the truth and practicing it. Deconstructing the truth and practicing it through the fertile ground of the many challenges of this life that this life presents to us is the way to divine surrender and union with the essence of all life that is perfect divine love. Now, if anybody wants to find out whether or not this is actually love your neighbor as yourself in one form or another is actually a core truth of every single spiritual teaching on the planet, they can go to the United Nations website and just type in the search vehicle Golden Rule, and it will come up with a list of every single religion on the planet, and this as its core truth. Love your neighbor as yourself. This means that loving yourself into life is a prerequisite for loving your neighbor. You can't give away what you don't have. Kindness and its practice begins at home. We cannot find compassion for others until we fully understand and have compassion for our own weaknesses. The way to love of enemy is the way of love of self. We must see our own weaknesses fully and then see the weaknesses of all others in the same reflection. We must nurture the attributes of love in ourselves if we are to give love and peace to others. We cannot change what we do not realize, so continually strive for moment-to-moment realization. We cannot become what we do not practice, so strive for moment-to-moment practice. And we cannot give what we do not have, so strive to become pure love and pure peace to generate that peace and love to others. One simple core truth. Love your neighbor as yourself. The promise of this living truth is that those who follow the path of love and practice the light of this truth will always find themselves perfected in the truth and redeemed by it. Keep it simple, keep it pure, and never surrender the light of love's way for the darkness of the material delusion. Imagine what the world would be like if every single being on the planet practiced the way of love. If we all practiced moment to moment, day by day, step by step, breath by breath, the attributes of love, and become transformed by that practice, then and only then can we have the divine peace on earth that we all long for. The simple path of the practice of divine love's attributes is the way to union with the pure creator consciousness, whose essence is divine love's perfect realization. The way to enlightened self-realization is the practice of divine love's attributes. That's the core of all the teachings on the planet. Peace on earth begins with peace within. Practice the way of love to become love. Practice the way of peace to realize peace. The way to the fullness of the realization. The way to the fullness. I lost my place, folks. Where were they? The way to the fullness of the realization of union with the essence that is the very breath of all life is a dedicated breath by breath, moment to moment practice. No aspect of our breath of life is excluded from this practice. Full surrender of the world material delusion comes through deep-seated practice that embraces every moment, every instance of our lives. What we aspire to, we practice. What we practice is what we become. Aspire to peace, to know peace. Aspire to love, to become love. Then practice deeply your divine and holy aspirations. The Dalai Lama said this: be the change you want to see in the world. Let us all strive to become that change, not for our own sake, but for the sake of all future generations and for the children. In the lines of an old song, it only takes a spark to get a fire going. So it is with the fires of divine love. Pass on the spark. Speak. Teach the children the divine way of practice, and see the light of hope before you. We are the light of the world. We are the hand of prayer. We are the eyes and ears, the voice of the divine consciousness of the essence of perfect love. Let our voices ring out over this beautiful creation in one song, one being, one consciousness. We are all one in the one, to the one. Practice the way of love. Every moment of every day, make this your aspiration. When you get up in the morning, look in the mirror and see the person in the mirror as being your best friend, and treat that friend as you would treat everyone else. And then make that be so. Love yourself. Learn to love others. All others, not just the ones that agree with you, all others. Namaste. And my deepest joy is to know that you're here with me, and the spirit of young people are hearing this message. It is essential that we teach the young the way of practice. And personally, if I had one thing that I could do on this planet, it would be to ensure that every child everywhere has access to the way of practice from the youngest age. They need to know that practicing the attributes of love, it's not just the way to peace on earth, it's the way to your own peace. And once you have found your own peace, then you can generate that peace to others. May you all find great joy in this day, and don't forget to say thank you to the great consciousness for this opportunity to grow and learn. Amen. Namaste.